Good day. Today, I shall discuss about stewardship. But to start with, let us define what stewardship is. Stewardship is an ethical value that embodies the responsible planning and management of resources. The concept of stewardship can be applied in all aspects of life. I shall discuss stewardship in relation with the Rotary Foundation for today. The Rotary Foundation Board of Trustees recognizes that the funds received from Rotarians around the world are voluntary contributions reflecting hard work and dedicated support. As stewards of these funds, the trustees stress the importance of stewardship and proper financial management in any activity associated with the foundation programs. An essential component of stewardship is the preparation and submission of timely and accurate grant reports online. Simply put, this means that careful management of grant funds must be ensured and that timely and accurate reporting must be done. So as good stewards, what must the clubs do? Number one, they must see to it that the club and the district memorandum of understanding is strictly followed. Clubs with existing global grants, as well as those who are intending to have one, must have this club and district MOU signed by the president-elect and the club secretary. The DRFC shall provide this MOU template. Number two, see to it that there is no actual or perceived conflict of interest for any grant. In the course of the application for a global grant, one specific question asked is if there is a conflict of interest for the project. An example of conflict of interest is, for instance, the grant entails the supply of a particular equipment. If a member of the grants committee is a supplier, the equipment is bought from him. This is actual conflict of interest. However, if there are no other suppliers for this said equipment, the situation must be reported at the onset. In this case, the member who is the supplier of the equipment must not be part of the grants committee nor the financial management committee. Number three, do not misuse the grant funds. Always see to it that the disbursed funds will be used according to the allocation done during the application. No unbudgeted item can be charged to the grant if there is no permission for it. Likewise, it is very important to remember that only, I repeat, only the host club should be in charge of the funds. The host club cannot transfer the funds to the partners, such as the LGUs or the cooperating organizations, for them to disburse the funds. This is a no-no. At the end of the implementation, if there are excess funds, approval of its usage should be requested. A proposal for this must be submitted to Mary Han or the grant officer, complete with a line budget for the proposed additional work related to the grant. TRF encourages that all funds must be used and returning it is not encouraged. The request and approval must be documented as this will be part of the final report. Number four, to ensure that the local host clubs manages the funds, a dedicated bank account solely for the grant must be opened. Here, there are two designated signatories who are reported during the course of the application of the grant. This bank account is where TRF will remit the proceeds of the grant. This is also to ensure that no commingling of funds will happen while the grant funds are still on hand. Lastly, and most importantly, do timely reporting. We shall discuss this more thoroughly later. So let me give you some practical tips on how to ensure grant stewardship. Number one, stewardship starts with the inception of the project. As it is said, start with the end in view. As soon as the club has decided that it wants to do a global grant or any grant for that matter, grants committee and a separate financial management committee must be formed. It is strongly suggested that the members of these two committees are not the same. Document every step of the grant from inception to implementation and reporting. Therefore, collect pictures, videos, the bank statements, the ORs and the invoices, and other documents which are necessary that will be submitted during the final reporting. Number two, each centavo counts. Be sure that during the community assessment, each necessary component is identified and a corresponding budget is set. Have due diligence, canvass, and do bidding for the project components. Bear in mind that suppliers must have no conflict of interest. Use funds for what they are intended. Number three, know your partners and involve them in every step of the grant. A group chat may be helpful so that partners are abreast with what is happening during the course of the grant. Number four, know what are the necessary documents and attachments that will be needed for reporting. Maintain a folder to keep all the data collected from the inception to the implementation of the project. Number five, be aware of the deadline for timely reporting. Mark your calendar and do a timeline for your implementation. Number six, do post-turnover visitation and evaluation periodically. Here you will see if your project will impact beyond the project implementation and that you have inculcated in the beneficiaries how they are stewards or how they are good stewards of the resources you have given them through the grant. Number seven, keep all documents for at least 5 years. And number eight, remember, funds are not yours. These are intended to complete a project that will impact the chosen beneficiaries. So let's go to reporting. Earlier I said this reporting is done online. So it must be submitted not later than 12 months after receipt of the grants funds. It may either be a progress report for unfinished grants or final report for completed ones. Succeeding progress reports will be done based on the acceptance of the previous progress report. And final reports are due 2 months after completion of the project. So for you to be able to do the online reporting, you must have the following documents on hand. These are the bank statements. It is very important that you have these bank statements. So collect it judiciously. The bank provides us with a bank statement at the end of every month. Number two, you need the OR and invoices, meaning these are official these are official receipts and sales invoices. You also have to have a ledger of expenses and fund fund disbursement. Then you have to have the gallery of pictures and videos if you have any. Then at the turnover, you do the deed of donation. So you have to have this deed of donation signed by the president and the beneficiary receiving it. And you also have to do the you have to have this financial management system. What is the financial management system? It is a narrative of what the club has to be able to manage the funds of the grant. And you also have to have the other pertinent documents, such as the request and approval for a change in scope of the global grant, the request and approval for the use of excess funds, and the publications, like if you place this project in your own club bulletins, and other documents that may be necessary for the documentation of the whole grant. And the deposit slip of the return funds if you returned some amount at the end of the global grant. So how do you do online reporting? It is very important that the primary and all primary contacts and all those who are involved in the grants, that they have the My Rotary account to be able to access my grants. So how do you do it? Log into www.rotary.org, then sign in. Then go to Take Action, go to the Rotary Foundation, then the Grant Center, and in the as soon as you are able to open the Grant Center, you go to My Grants. Fill up the report in My Grants as either a progress report or a final report. Be sure you have conducted the monitoring and evaluation for data on sustainability at hand. Have the attachments as discussed earlier ready for uploading. And should there be a change done during the implementation of the grant, the email to the designated TRF staff handling the grant and the permission given. And also the deposit slip of the returned grant fund, if any. A template on the reporting will be provided to attendees later. So this is such a big project, right? A global grant is one that is at least $30,000 worth. So it is very important that this big and impactful project be uploaded at the Rotary Showcase. Who knows, you may be able to get partners for your next global grant from there. And or clubs may be interested in a similar project, and you can help them become a resource person to them. So, even if it is the responsibility of host clubs to do timely reporting, TRF issues a series of reminder letters to the club and the district for reporting as follows. The grant sponsors will first receive an email reminder from the foundation 2 months prior to a report being due to encourage timely submission of the report. If it has been more than 18 months since the grant was paid or the last yearly report was submitted, the grant sponsors will receive an 18th month reminder letter. After the 24th month, a second letter is sent out. If more than 30 months, I repeat, 30 months have elapsed since the grant was paid and the last yearly report was submitted, and a third letter informs the sponsors that if they do not submit a report within 30 days, the sponsor clubs may be recommended for termination to the RI board. So please remember all these. So inasmuch as TRF sends reminder letters to the clubs, it also sends world reporting letters to the districts. TRF sends these reminder letters every quarter, and districts are expected to have 100% reporting accomplishment. If a district is below 70% for 2 consecutive quarters, it may be recommended for suspension on the grants program. So as you can see, it is really very important to do timely reporting, as failure to do so imperils not just the club, but the whole district to participate in the grants program. The inability to make timely reports will result into the suspension and more so the deletion of the club or termination of the club. And the district will be ineligible to participate in the TRF grants program, thus depriving other clubs in the district to be able to avail of the grants that are given by the Rotary Foundation. Just a week ago, the district received this World Reporting Analysis letter. Very good news. We are 85% compliant in reporting. Very soon, the call for submission of grant proposals will be it global or district grants, will be announced. Please bear in mind that stewardship starts with the inception of whatever endeavor you may want to undertake. The Stewardship Committee is here to help you. For the grants, you will also, if you have an approved grant in the course of the Rotary year, the Stewardship Committee will send you notices for upcoming reports, due date, and it will also give you notices for overdue report. And you will be required to submit a progress report monthly, a template of which will be given later. Please get in touch with us through the mobile and email address given below. Let me end by saying that we must take care of the resources that we are blessed with. With it, let us bless others and ensure that they too might be good stewards of the blessings that they will receive. Thank you so very much.